when we talk about, possibilities of using it in other countries and other networks, does the actual caller itself work off of a SIM card like a phone would?
Correct. Yep. We have what's so we so there's a couple of there's what's called network operators, which you've heard of, the AT&Ts, the T-Mobiles, the Verizons. They actually own the infrastructure. They own the towers. They own all the fiber and all the copper that's routed throughout the world, and these transceiver stations that basically take the data and transmit it up to the internet. So those are the guys that actually own the infrastructure. And then there are these other guys, the in-between guys that are called mobile virtual network operators, which basically they have contract agreements with the network carriers and offer Internet of Things providers like us with data plans that you don't need gigabytes per month of. You only need megabytes to be able to transmit small amounts of data. Mm-hmm. And so we work with a mobile virtual network operator to give us the access to the AT&Ts and the T-Mobiles of the world for North America, or let's just say for the US. For Canada, Rogers, what's the other? Bell. Canada, yep. So we have access to those two carriers up there. And then in Europe, there's several. There's Orange, there's NTT, Docomo, there's there's probably a couple others that our caller works on. So it's these roaming agreements that we've entered into with this provider we have. And so when I said 200 to 300 carriers earlier, that's the agreement that we have with them. So yes, a SIM card.
It's awesome that I actually get to have this conversation with you, because when I went to TechFluence and I was trying to ask questions, they weren't sure if it was going to work in Canada. So I didn't really know if I should test the product or not. So it's good to hear that there is connections with Rogers and Bell and was that the only two right now, or?
So those are the I believe the only two. So there are two back when we were first developing this caller. They're kind of IoT stuff was just coming up to the market and being prevalent. And way back when cell phone technology was being created, there were two tracks. There was CDMA and there was GSM. And AT&T, T-Mobile went the GSM track. Verizon, Sprint are the two large ones that went the CDMA track. And the same thing in Canada. And so whoever went the GSM track, we work with.
Yeah.
But now that everything is coming to LTE, there's no more separate tracks. Now LTE is LTE, and now we have the ability, our next generation will have the ability to work with both GSM or previously GSM CDMA providers.